Hold up. Yeah.
It's qualifying here at the resplendent Monte Carlo, Monaco, for what is always a special event for both drivers and teams. Qualifying will determine who'll sit on pole at this iconic track. These next few minutes could determine tomorrow's race result as well before it even starts. The driver on pole will be best placed to win the race, considering how difficult it is to overtake here.
Exactly. To be in with a decent chance of winning here, you need to be on the front row. Even a few places further back on the grid, and you've got to rely on a bit of good luck to come your way, as overtaking opportunities are very limited.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is FoxyDude98 here. Welcome back to a brand new video for you guys today here on my channel. Today we're back with round 6 of the Formula 1 2015 season. We are in Monaco for the qualifying session here. Now, if you guys just quickly, I was going to do a Black Ops 2 video for you guys today, which you do like watching, and it does get the most amount of views on a daily basis. However, I had issues with audio problems throughout the whole of the video that I recorded yesterday. If you want to find out more information on why I couldn't upload the Black Ops 2 video, I've left my Facebook and Twitter in the description like I always do. Feel free to follow those to make sure you get up to date more often about all my videos on my channel. And you'll find out more information there on why these videos aren't available for you guys to watch because of some problems. So if you want to go and follow me on Facebook or Twitter, there where I've released information about why my Black Ops 2 videos aren't up for today. Then this is why I've had to do an F1 video for today, which I was going to put out. This video is going to come out tomorrow, but it's coming out now today when you're watching this on the Thursday. So yeah, so if you guys don't know why there's no Black Ops 2, just go over to my Facebook and Twitter and you'll find out why, and I'll try and get Black Ops 2 out for you guys tomorrow. But we are in one-shot qualifying here. You can see Hamilton very close to us. A couple of mistakes we've made around the course of the lap, but nevertheless, it's a pretty decent lap from us here. You can see we're now racing towards the line here. Hamilton straight there with DRS. We're going to be getting third place on the grid, which is the second row. Not too bad at all. I mean, you know, I could have done a lot worse around Monaco. And without further ado, I'm going to let the commentators say their little bit.
It's been a mighty qualifying performance from Mercedes today, with both cars on the front row for the race tomorrow.
They're going to be unstoppable in the race tomorrow. That's if they can stay 1-2 by the end of the first corner, as there are some fast starters behind them.
Moss, Hill, Lauda, Prost, Senna, Schumacher. Just some of the names of those who've won the prestigious Monaco Grand Prix. But which one of our drivers today will join that list of Monte Carlo greats? Lewis Hamilton absolutely drove it like he stole it yesterday, storming to pole position. He'll be intent on continuing in that aggressive vein in today's race to secure the victory.
It's certainly better for a driver to be out in front, as they're able to drive without having to contend with the dirty air and overheating caused by being sat behind another car.
Just what do you think will be going through Fernando Alonso's head as he watches now how well Ferrari are doing this year?
Fernando left Ferrari as he didn't believe they'd be able to offer him the opportunity to win that third world title. If he knew this form was around the corner, I dare say he would have stayed put.
Okay then, guys, so we are here ready for the Grand Prix. The 5 lights are about to get underway and lights out, and away we go for the Monaco Grand Prix. A decent start by Sebastian Vettel now as we break into Sandevot, which is turn 1. We stick nice and close to Nico Rosberg. Hamilton behind. We didn't lose any positions to any people behind. Luckily, no contact as well behind is made as we come down towards Casino Square. You can see some sort of contact has now happened, so I've jinxed myself, but you can see we're really close to Rosberg. We're going to have a go inside into Mirabeau. Rosberg and I along side by side here, going down towards the hairpin. Contact between me and Rosberg's made. Hamilton takes the lead into the hairpin. A little bit more contact between me and Rosberg is made, but nothing too serious. And we have taken second place away from Nico Rosberg, which is absolutely crucial for us in our chances of this Grand Prix, because it's so difficult to overtake rounds here in Monaco, that now that we've taken over Rosberg, it's going to be incredibly difficult for him to overtake us back as we come down towards the chicane here, and one of the most difficult and most challenging circuits on the calendar. Rosberg is down into third, and we've moved up into second position here. Hamilton, though, leads by about 1.2 seconds coming up to the end of the first lap. And this is sort of the stage now where we need to start getting settled in, because one issue that Codemasters have had with, I think, with this game is the barriers around Monaco. Because if you make contact with the barriers and you start, you start skimming the barriers a little bit, like say you've gone into one of the high-speed corners around Monaco, and you've hit the barrier slightly, and you're just like dragging along. Sometimes it just randomly spins you out for no reason when you're not in a position where you would spin if you hit the barrier in real life. So it's pretty stupid. So I was really trying my hardest not to go anywhere near the barriers, because I know that they've been incredibly glitchy. Just in my personal opinion, they may not be glitchy for other people, but we're going now down towards Mirabeau here, and we're going to hit the hairpin, and we're going to get a replay of the start in just a second, which is now here. So you can see Rosberg and Hamilton get a decent start together. I'm behind them in third place. A bit of a bad start, you can see, but I managed to put the brakes on quite late going into Saint-Devote, which is turn 1. So as we come up the hill, you can see I'm actually closer to the Mercedes than I was when I initially started, because my initial getaway was quite bad, but my late break into Saint-Devote helped me out here. As we come through Casino Square, coming down towards Mirabeau now, I spot an opening here on the insides, and Rosberg gave me the space. A bit of contact is made between me and Rosberg, because you can see we're coming down into this hairpin, which you take at 30 miles an hour. It's so tight that whenever anyone makes an overtake, there's always a little bit of wheel banging going on. It's literally near damn impossible to go around that hairpin and try and make an overtaking maneuver without some sort of contact being made, or even going straight into the barriers whilst trying to overtake someone. It's happened before. We come down now towards the chicane here. You can see we make a little slight error. It doesn't actually give me a time bonus doing what I just did then, which is cutting the corner a little bit. It actually makes you a lot. It slows you down and gets you very bad exit going onto the straight. So it doesn't benefit me at all doing that. But if you're thinking I'm cutting the corner there. As we come down towards Rascasse here, we take a little bit of a bad lining. Should have gone a little bit more to the outside. Coming down towards the final corner of this Monaco GP circuit, you can see me and Hamilton are very much closely matched. About a second gap between us, a little bit less between me and Rosberg, but we're going to come back to the action now between me and Hamilton. Skipping over to lap 5 of this Grand Prix, you can see Hamilton there up in the distance, and you'll notice that there's not really a big gap between me and Hamilton. It's about 1.2 seconds, and that's how it stayed for the first set of the first part of the Grand Prix. Me and Hamilton were very closely matched, and and that was something I liked. We made a little bit wide going to the final corner, but you can see we're actually getting close enough now into the 1 second window to get DRS. And you can see we set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Wasn't the fastest lap though, because Rosberg responded straight away, and he was right behind me. So yeah, Rosberg setting the fastest lap of the race. But again, I've overtaken Rosberg, and because one of my main skills in Formula 1 is I know how to defend against the AIs very well. It's much easier, especially around a circuit which is very, very difficult to overtake. So I was kind of not too fussed that Rosberg was behind me and really close, because I knew it'd be easy to defend against Rosberg. It was just trying to it was trying to basically catch Hamilton down, which is one thing, and then trying to get past him, which was another thing. So it's really difficult. But we come through the tunnel on lap 6 of the Monaco Grand Prix. Rosberg, you can see right behind us. This is the fastest part of the circuit, I think, coming down now towards this difficult and tight chicane. And you can see we managed to get the line perfect there. Skipping ahead to lap 8 of the Grand Prix, and you can see, and Hamilton initially did get away from me as soon as we got the DRS, because we went wide going into the last corner. But as we come through Tabac here and now through the swimming pool, the gap is still 1.3 seconds. But the AIs in this corner here, where you can see we've just gone through now, they break really, really early, and that's now given me an opportunity to hit Hamilton with another blast of DRS, which is something I was very excited to use. But again, we go wide into that final corner, and again, Hamilton starts to streak clear and get away from us, which is kind of annoying, because I managed to do also to close on Hamilton. But you can see the fastest lap of the race set by me there, so I've got the pace to match Hamilton. Rosberg, I think, is about a second back. We're going to skip ahead just a little bit further on to lap 9 here, because me and Hamilton are getting very close now, and I was getting very excited almost, because I'm managing to close Hamilton down, and I'm in a position where I could be able to take the lead from Hamilton soon, or start to put on a serious challenge. But I've dropped Rosberg now. It's just a fight between me and Hamilton. You can see I cut a little bit of that chicane. You can see Hamilton gets a better exit out of the corner. Going through Tabac now though, really, really close between me and Hamilton through this very fast and tight swimming pool. Hamilton blocks up though. Going into this corner, I spot an opening round the inside. Hamilton has lost it, and I have taken the lead of the Monaco Grand Prix. But Hamilton tries to come back at me. Contact is made, but we both go into the pits, and very, very scrappy between the pair of us. Very, very scrappy maneuver. But I'm not too bothered because that is giving me the lead in the Monaco Grand Prix. And Raikkonen and Bottas are coming into the pits here, and that's held up Hamilton a little bit. So as you can see, not only have we taken the lead of the Monaco Grand Prix, we've also built ourselves a small gap here for this race. So that's exactly what I wanted. I've got myself a small gap now over Hamilton. So if he starts to close in on us, now we've got to do, well, Hamilton's got to do exactly what we've got to do. But first of all, I'll explain just that in a second. But we're going to get a replay here of that maneuver. So going into the swimming pool here, me and Hamilton very, very close towards each other. He locks up, and I spot an inside maneuver here. Now going towards Raskas, I've actually initially got the job done. Hamilton, though, tries to come back at me, and he starts making contact. And we both try and get into the pits at the same time here. And I really want to get into the pits first. Eventually, Lewis Hamilton actually lifted off the throttle because theoretically, going into Raskas, he should have lifted off because I actually had the corner covered. I was in front of Hamilton when we got into Raskas, but annoyingly, the AIs just didn't want to do that. Hamilton, he does what he wants, Hamilton. He does what he wants. Anyway, we got the lead nevertheless because he finally lifted off as we were going into the pit lane, but he should have lifted off earlier, to be honest, and he probably may not even have lost as much time, but we come out of the pit lane here. Very strange pit lane exit, obviously, because this is an actual street circuit. Because in Monaco, this Grand Prix, or the Monaco Grand Prix, in real life, as soon as the Grand Prix is as it is, you can see it's all set as a racetrack. But when it's not, when the Monaco Grand Prix doesn't actually happen, these barriers open and it's a public road. So obviously, you can all these pit lane exits and things are different. So if we wanted to go straight on, we could literally go straight onto like the coast or something. But we skip ahead now to lap 18, so not a lot happened in this Grand Prix after I came into the pits, but you can see it's starting to heat up a little bit between me and Hamilton, because Hamilton has been closing in on me ever since the end of the pit stops. I think probably from about lap 13 onwards, he's been closing in on me, and as soon as we first got out of the pits and we're getting our tyres up to temperature, I was starting to match times with Hamilton, but he was occasionally closing in on me just because I was making mistakes into some corners here. We go around the outside of the Roberto Merri, which is through Mirabeau, just because he's a lapped car, so he's in the Mana Marussia, which is the slowest car in the game. But that's not too much to worry. He wasn't in a position where he was going to hold me up that Hamilton could get a chance to overtake me, but he is getting very close to me now. As we come towards the tunnel here, we go into rich fuel mixture, because I want to make sure that Hamilton stays behind me for as long as possible. But as you can see, there's literally just nowhere to overtake. Around Monaco, catching one driver is one thing, but then overtaking another driver around Monaco is another thing. And that's why, if I win this race now, because Hamilton can still overtake me, I'll be proud, because I've had to do overtaking around Monaco, which is very, very difficult to do. And I'm still proud of that at the moment. But we skip a little bit further now. Well, we haven't actually skipped at all. I keep saying skipped because I'm just stupid. We come around through Raskas, but we go wide into that final corner again, and that's put Hamilton perfect in position to have a go at us now. You can see Hamilton with DRS. He's going to get alongside me going into Saint-Devote. Me and Hamilton going alongside. I take the inside line, I squeeze him out just a little bit. Hamilton ran wide and may have made small contact with the barrier, but that has given us a lifeline. I managed to outbrake Hamilton going into Saint-Devote. He did have the position covered, but because I had the inside line into Saint-Devote, Hamilton had to lift off the throttle, and I squeezed him out as much as possible without forcing him into the barriers to make sure. Oh, actually, I hit the barrier there going to Mirabeau, and this gap is back up to 2 seconds between me and Hamilton, which is exactly what I wanted, which makes sure now that Hamilton, with that 2-second gap that we have in hand, it's going to mean it's a lot more difficult for Hamilton to close this up. It's going to need one massive mistake from us here, to stop us from winning this Monaco Grand Prix and closing the gap back to Hamilton. I think back to 3 points in the Formula 1 World Championship. So it's as we come now on this final lap here, we're going through to back and through the swimming pool section. You can see Hamilton there not closing up on us at all. I think the gap's 1.8 seconds, so he's taking a little bit of time out of us, but it's just too little too late from Hamilton. He closed up on us, but if he had a couple more laps in hand, he may have been able to mount a stronger challenge. But as we come through the final corner here, it's going to be a victory for us here in Monaco. Sebastian Vettel is going to come across the line and win the Monaco Grand Prix. That's perfect for us. The gap between us and Hamilton is down to 3 points again in the championship. And this cutscene here on the podium is only the different cutscenes. There's no podium in Monaco because it's obviously a public street circuit. As you can see, it's a different than usual. And we celebrate here, taking the win. Raikkonen getting on the podium as well, so a good day for Ferrari. And I'll let the commentators speak their bit, and then I'm going to outro this video. So
it was a brilliant result for Ferrari today. They'll have answered a few critics with that performance.
It was a fantastic performance, and one that they should be very proud of. Every part of the team pulled together to achieve today's result.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
And then guys, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like rating on the video, that'd be absolutely awesome. Subscribe for some more daily content, and until then guys, I'll see you in another video. Take care, and goodbye guys.